With the resurgence of the outbreak in China, tens of thousands of Chinese are living in quarantine zones. The living conditions in these places, which the government constructs, are shocking. People have homemade fishing rods sticking out of the windows of their isolation rooms. People living in the quarantine zone are running out of water and have resorted to helping each other. It is very likely that the isolation rooms are heavily controlled in some cities, and doors may be locked regularly. These rudimentary isolation rooms are not free or low cost. It costs the equivalent of what a middle-income Chinese person earns in a month.
这个隔离的啊，一进来一个厕所，这里面有洗漱盆啊，单人间的。然后呢，那2箱矿泉水给我们的啊，一张床，这里还有个吃饭的桌子，这个就是睡觉的地方哈。5010块钱，进来这个隔离是21天，是5010块钱，包括住宿，包括吃。
China is quickly building more isolation camps as more people need to be isolated. Yangzhou City in Jiangsu Province is one of the cities in China with a severe outbreak. Unofficial sources revealed that the city had been locked down since August 10, and the provincial government has dispatched armed police forces to take it over. Video footage shows buses from other cities being dispatched to Yangzhou City late at night to pick up people for quarantine.
看一下啊。 刚才来了估计有40部大巴，现在这个大巴又陆续的往扬州开了。现场直播啊，这个全是大巴，看到吗？后面全是大巴。
啊，翠港的东门，翠港完蛋了，又拉了不少人了，整个翠港要移走了，全是大巴。
可能是对面的一个城中村，在疫情之后没有规范的小区管理。
However, the Chinese government has shown the world through official videos that the Communist Party is taking efficient measures to control the outbreak. According to China's official propaganda, cities in China are portrayed as modern, well-equipped, with everything in order. On August 13, the Joint Prevention and Control Mechanism of the state held a press conference. He Chenghua, inspector of the Disease Control Bureau of the National Health Commission, spoke that except for 3 cities, there were only sporadic reports of cases in other cities.
截止到8月12号24时，全国呢已经有18个省、48个市发生了本土疫情，累计报告的病例呢超过1282例。
However, the CCP officials haven't had a good track record, as previously they have habitually blocked and covered up all kinds of information. Now the announced official reports of infections and deaths are questioned even by the Chinese public. The Chinese people also know that local officials will most likely hide the truth about the outbreak for their job's sake. Therefore, when there is an outbreak in one area, it triggers a massive panic among the public. This is a case on the evening of August 9, when many people rushed out of a building. It is said that people are suspecting that a confirmed case had been found in this mall. At the city border of Beijing, police officers on duty stopped a group of local residents returning from other cities. They repeatedly showed proof that they were not from a high-risk city, but were still not allowed to pass. the policeman on duty asked them to contact the Communist Party branch in Beijing, which was a mission impossible.
我跟您说了，说您可以回家。我跟您说了方法了，在北京有固定住所，让您所属的党支部带上公章来过来把您接走，让他回去落实四方责任。
我们怎么联系党支部？我们一个平民老百姓去哪儿联系？
找你居委会。
居委会是怎么联系？平常不
知道吗？
物业咋找啊？
您明白了吗？因为这个疫情防控是咱们共产党领导咱们全中国人民共同抗疫。
我们也在。
您是说着急说回不了家，那咱那么多医护人员，在那边冒着生命危险去救人家。
当然，我们大家谁不是冒着生命危险的？你们穿成那样，我们都这样。
您看我们也在家休息呢，给叫回来了。加班，我们都好多天没回家了，今天回家8小时，又给叫回来了。对吧？需要咱们每个人都努力。
我们是别讲大道理，是要解决问题。
所以我们现在带着孩子去哪儿去？
说咱北京的固定的居民。
In another Chinese metropolis, Shanghai, officials are also on high alert about the outbreak. At a wet market, news broke that an infected person had entered the market to buy vegetables. The market was immediately sealed off, and no one was allowed to leave.
辣了里向了，跑不出来了。那革命的全部分脱了，全部分脱了，那全部分脱了，全部分脱了搿搭，那好了，那讨厌死了，那讨厌死了，那讨厌死了，那是这个事情不来着啊！菜场里向做生意的人现在都跑不出来。哪看到吧，跑不出来，哎呀，侪辣了里向了，侪辣里向，那么搿面的拿方便面侪送进去了，哎呀，搿讨厌，搿讨厌。
The Communist Party officials moved very quickly when there was no need to consider the impact on people's lives and their isolation arrangements. Residents are likely to be unable to return home after leaving their homes.
这搞急吧，刚才出不了门了，我们个桥都下不了啊，搞急吧。
Vaccination, nucleic acid testing, and city lockdowns are the CCP's three-step module for managing outbreaks. This is a hospital in northwest China on August 10, where thousands of people are crowded together, waiting to get vaccinated. Such a scene is commonly seen in China in recent times. During the pandemic, for many Chinese, the journey of going back home has been arduous. This man, who lost his ID card and could not provide proof of nucleic acid testing, attempted to cross the Yangtze River with a wooden plank. He tries to bypass Nanjing City and return to his home in Anhui Province. For government officials across China, the outbreak has been a real headache. They blame the people they manage. This slogan may have revealed what's on their mind. Back to hometown with the virus, you are not a good son, infecting your parents and losing your conscience.
这标语写的真是给他，哎呀，这个标语留着了。
For people who do not follow the rules, some local governments have taken measures like making offenders apologize in public. On the other hand, the efforts of the Communist Party officials need to be shown to their superiors and the public in various ways.
流调队集结完毕，准备出发，请指示。请重复一下流调的内容。
Let's see again. These teams include nucleic acid testing, prevention and control, clean and sterilization, mobile dispatch, supply team, and control and stability team, whose job is to maintain social stability by controlling people's complaints submitted via letters, via personal visits, or petitioners. In Chengdu, Sichuan province, the local government set up the vaccination care teams. One would think the official media should be on site to film and broadcast the news. However, upon a closer look, the slogan banners have covered the vehicle's door, which means if one wants to start working by opening the door, the banners will need to be taken off. According to official media reports in mainland China, as of 2400 on August 12, there have been local outbreaks in 48 cities in 18 provinces across the country. Totally, the cumulative reported cases are more than 1,282. Considering a population of 1.4 billion, 1,282 cases is not a high percentage. However, judging from the current level of nervousness among Chinese local and central officials, the actual situation of the outbreak in China is probably a secret that cannot be released. The CCP seems to have figured out how to explain to the public and the world about whose responsibility it is for this global pandemic.
The commentary points out that the United States has not adopted enough and substantive measures to halt the spread of the virus from exporting outside of the country, resulting in a huge threat to the health of people around the world. Facts have shown that the United States, a place where investigations on COVID-19 origin tracing is eagerly needed, could not shake off its responsibilities in spreading the virus across the world. However, some U.S. politicians have tried hard to use political means to shift the blame. It gives free rein to a political virus around the world. The commentary stresses that human beings should have been in a community of shared future. U.S. politicians should immediately stop all self-serving political manipulation, return to the right track of scientific response to the pandemic, demonstrate their morality and conscience with concrete actions, and shoulder their due international responsibilities.
The news, which was broadcast on China's national television on August 14, also said, according to a joint research report released on August 9 by 3 Chinese think tanks, the Changyang Institute for Financial Studies at the Renmin University of China, Taihe Institute, and Interstellia Institute, it tended to reveal facts about the U.S. government's COVID-19 response and a rebuttal of Bloomberg's latest global anti-epidemic ranking, which ranked the United States the first in the world in its COVID Resilience Index in June. More than 60 institutions issued a joint statement to condemn the U.S. for ruthlessly continuing deporting undocumented immigrants and putting the entire world at risk.